All right, Archero 2 co-op nightmare mode. Probably played this maybe 20 to 30 times, and finally today was able to beat it with 3 other players. Now for reference on this, I don't claim to be an expert at all. I probably, and I've said it before, I just consider myself to be a little bit better than an average player. So if you take everybody out there, 50% as average, count me at 60%. I'm not the best, but I'm still halfway decent in my own opinion. Now what I'm doing here is something that typically happens to me a lot. I'll click the game, it says match found, and then you just sit there with status error. So you have to physically go close the game, force close it, go back in, and once you go back in, you select that nightmare and it brings you back into it, which means you lose that first starting special skill there. Luckily it gave me the sword strike here, but I also missed out on whatever my first pick was gonna be. So I don't normally go for the tracking eye on this. I probably would have gone for beam circle, but for some reason I'm just like, let's just try this. My big advice I'd probably say is stop going for all those crazy devil deals. Stop trying to go and get that highest number on the screen. Make sure you keep a good amount of your health, and also movement speed is going to be another big one. Now, I always kind of wait till like that first 25 seconds to go and pop my skill on it, at least till the archer skeletons come out. That's usually a good point, and they'll usually give you a decent jump in those attack damage numbers if you're worried about it. I did go for lightning here just to kind of help with the mobs. My main thought process behind all of this is, what am I going to do to the end boss? Yeah, ricochet is nice and stuff, but I really want to make sure I'm kind of, being able to put up against that dragon there, because if you get all these stuff for mob skills, when it comes time to the boss, they're really not going to serve you any purpose. Like the skills of, getting an arrow strike after killing a mob. Not going to do you any good against the actual dragon. Invincibility potion, that is going to be kind of a big one. And as you just saw right there, I went down by the bees. We talked about this in the other co-op video there. Usually use my second pop of that special skill once those things come out, and I try to hug them, get close, get as much numbers as I can out of it, because I think that does give some heals, and I'm not really sure about the actual experience levels of getting leveled up, but I always go down there and just kind of pop that thing when they show up. So we're just working our way through. Stutter stepping does go well. Diagonal arrows, that worked out perfect for me on this one with the tracking eye. But stutter stepping, I find like sometimes in this, it seems like it's working good. Other times you kind of miss that stutter step, you lose the animation. So is it really doing you any good? But big thing is you want to keep on moving so you're not getting hit by those arrows. And of course the little bomber guys that come at you too. So 2-minute mark, first boss, and I think I actually die on this here, which luckily having good teammates is always a plus. So I get close enough to it where I'm not super close, but enough where he's inside the ring. And we got to run over this. Now this thing always kind of screws me. You really got to be right in the center of that. And I never know when to time it, but it doesn't look like that even procced on it. And are the lasers going to get me? So if somebody goes down, you really want to try to get over there and revive it. Trying to be the one like, oh, I'm just going to manhandle this boss for the last minute and a half. Don't be that guy. Get over there, try to revive people, and at least get your full team back in, because if you die, then they can get you back in. So I'm not doing too well here. They're all dead. Let's see. Can we get down over to them? Gotta work our way around. Nope, I'm dead there. So there you go. Luckily, our teammate here is one where they're going to go through, and I think they end up surviving on this. So yeah, they revive the air people once that thing goes through. This is where it gets screwy on this boss in nightmare mode, because that thing will lure you right into the boss, and it's like, it doesn't leave with a lot of good options. So we're back in. We'll get this guy revived too. And really just trying to make sure we can keep a full team out there all the time. It's going to be a huge thing for you. Hopefully everybody else knows this, which bam, we're dead on this. I think they're going to die too. Or do I get revived on this? They might just go and kill the boss first on it. It was like 6-7 hours ago when I did this here. So this guy, now clearly he can go and finish it off. As we said in the other one, if there is deal with the devils, try to get everybody revived before doing that. But they're grabbing a skill right now, and the 3 of us that are dead, we don't get the skill. Not really too much to do for it there. The boss was so close to the end of its life, there wasn't really a lot they could do. I mean, even if they tried to revive the thing, probably would have died from them just standing there. So luckily they were able to get away from the bees. Things are getting a little nuts here. I'm trying to remember if they died once they got somebody revived, but it looks like they got through on it. So a good minute of me being dead. And like I said, I don't claim to be the best on this, but that definitely freaking crab guy can be a total pain in the neck. I mean, for being the first boss, I'd probably say it's the second hardest one out of them all. Second boss isn't too bad. So that was the other thing I got there. Died again on it. Like, I said it, I'm not the best, but as we got a good team on here, things are going to work out. So I did go and grab the one for the shield every 30 seconds. That's going to kind of hold off for us there. Everybody once again getting skills. I miss out on that again. And once this guy pops out here, I don't have my thing to use, but we'll just kind of clean up. So I think that's the only other time I died was right at the beginning. That second one was just me being stupid. The first one was kind of going up against the boss there. Max HP. I try to stack as much health as I can on this. Like I said, I've done it where I've gone and pretty much, you know, gotten myself down to like 75 HP as my max. I've gotten the bloody one there where it reduces it in half. And I've like gone full on the attack side of it. It doesn't really help at all just getting a one-shot hit. But the invincibility one, the shield, if you ever land both of those, no matter what else they are, pick those things up before your rotating laser orbs. Those are going to be two of the biggest OP skills. And like I said, we really need to make sure we're getting some movement in there too. So I'm just trying to pick off some of these things here. If you ever look at the screen, you see two people on one side and one person on the other. Go over and help that other one on. Don't have three on one side and one on the other. Try to double it up, two on each side. Or even if you got to, you know, all four of you grouped together. The first 2 minutes, you know, yeah, everybody might go to kind of a corner and hang out in there, but you do want to kind of help each other out because they do seem to be a little tanky on this. So getting rid of those, going to the second boss once again. Just going to kind of hang on there. That guy better get out of it. And this one, I really don't struggle too much. When I see those, now I just kind of go right over to the wall just to kind of lose half the circle. I might like bob up and down just to kind of see when it sticks and runs away. But the mobs probably save onto your special thing for when that comes. I mean, I'm one where I'll kind of usually use it against the boss. Like, oh, it's ready. I got a clean shot at the boss. We can use that. But those mobs, it's pretty much going to help you out a lot better if you can just get all those things out of the way. Clearly, watch out for the little red circles. Don't let the boss run into you. And that one kind of just bugged out there, so we don't got all the minions. And we're just going to work our way back and forth on this. And like I said, this is, if I could pick any boss at all to go up against, this would be the one that I could just walk right through, no problem. Because really, it comes down to those big red giant ones there that kind of trail you. That one right there. If that's not on you, and if you're just moving, it's kind of easy peasy. It's just, he's tanky on this. I mean, I'm kind of on the lower numbers where everybody's numbers are actually pretty close. 250s and about 200,000. Yeah, I'm on the bottom, but it's not really hard at all to really have to deal with it. So now we got all our deals with devils. The actual attack power there, I am going to go and grab that. Twin strikes, I usually like that, but I am going to reject it just to kind of make sure I'm keeping that HP up. And that's the last one there. So we do have our strikes back. These are up, so I'm going to pop that thing off. Just try to get my numbers up a little bit. We moved up to the third place slot on it, but still not enough. And I'm going to go actually for the light wing arrow on it, just to kind of get a little more damage because I am sitting lower. I could have gone for the arrow one, but that just kind of seemed like was going to be the best deal for me. So I did apparently get some movement speed in the beginning when I couldn't actually see what I was picking. And we're just going to kind of work our way here. Watch out for any of those bombers. And the mobs shouldn't really be too much of an issue. Yes, I did die against the mobs at one point, but that was me just being stupid. So we're just going to kind of trail here. A lot of mobs, so we'll go and pop off our special ability. And I'm kind of just working it back and forth here while this other dude up here, who is that? Poser62. They're kind of doing it too. So where they're staying stationary, we're working together on this, whether they know it or not. I was going to go for the attack with the devil, but I figured front arrows, let me just get some more projectiles out there. Maybe that might help out here too. So we might actually get this thing popped off here. Yeah, we can get it. Don't want to run right into them. I'm going to go for the max HP fully heal on this just to get that health up a little more. And yeah, we're not really dropping them all, but we'll work our way back down here, help out Poser on this. And like I said, this was a pretty decent team. Everybody seems to be kind of around average. We're at that second place slot now for damage, so getting that extra arrow actually helped. And we do got some decent mobs down here too. Oof, got some blocks. We'll grab the attack power on this one. And we got about half a minute left here before the final boss on it. So just work these things back, keep away from the bombers, and we'll see how fast everybody dies when the dragon comes out. I'm going to hang on to my strikes until that comes. I'm not getting any special like invincibility by having that one, so once this thing does, you know, show up for us, I could probably pop it right away, no problem. So here we go here. We just popped it. I always pop just a little bit early because they seem to be delayed. And now's really when the movement speed comes in. So if I get the tornadoes at me, we're just going to keep on trying to run away. We're not going to really try to juke it too much on it. But so far, we're doing some decent damage on this. Clearly, you know, we got to watch out for the things bouncing off the walls. No tornadoes at me. So they just dropped that guy. So we're going to go up here, move him, try to get out of the way of this. Like I said, we technically have double vials on this. Now the tornadoes, like I said, we're not going to mess around with that. We're just going to let those things get away. We'll go back to it. Clear out of these. And let's see if we can get this guy revived now. Oh, block there. Ran right in that. So, like I said, not the best. You can see why it's nice having all these invincibility vials for me. And work our way around. Come on. Is he going to let us revive this guy? Okay, somebody else coming over. Get in here. Help us. So I guess that'd be the other thing I say. If you see somebody else starting to revive, like a buddy or so on, get in there, help them out. So we had a minute left. We finally just proc these things. And now we can get in here and start killing this. We should be able to get this guy revived. We're far enough away from it where it shouldn't be an issue. The tornadoes come out. That might be a little trickier, but I think we can bring this guy back. So I was going to start working over to the next one there. Like, oh, that guy got that one, but I was like, no, let me just help him out, and he's dead again. So once again, we'll go back over here, try to revive him. I don't know why I used my sword strike there. Like for some reason, it's like, oh, it's up, it's ready. Not thinking how I just wasted it on it, but once again, not the best. So now we got him revived. Still just gonna let those things keep on hitting them. Get out of the way of those. And minute 40 seconds left. Down here on that. So we got both of them dead. So hopefully this guy follows and trails and gets in here with me to get these guys revived. Oh no, tornadoes right there. So now I could be the guy like, I'm going to prove myself to all these people and get up there and kill this thing for the last minute 40, but you don't want to do that. You want to just get everybody in here. All the damage of all 4 people is going to be a lot more. Poser's down again. And now we'll get those strikes there, reviving them down there. So I'm going to just kind of tank and aggro the tornadoes there, you know, keep it off of those guys. And for some reason, the little balls, they just don't seem to be too bad as other times I faced them. Maybe it's just because I'm not hugging the thing at all. But I think we're looking good. So somebody just died up there. I'm going to probably work my way around in a second here. Try to get up to him and see if we can help this guy bring him back. Nice and quick. Beautiful. And I mean, honestly, with everybody working together on this, it really makes it look kind of easy. But you get a couple of bad apples in there. People don't know what they're doing. And it's just like, you know, how do we lose that? We were all set up fine to this point, but there's always that one idiot out there that just does dumb stuff. So revive your buddies when it comes down to it. But the things for the animations of what this one does really isn't too much different from the hard mode on it. And at that point right there, it's like, okay, we can just kill this thing off. So that's me beating it. That was nightmare mode. Yeah, 20, 30 tries on this. Don't really sacrifice your health too much. Go for those invincibility vials and definitely get some movement speed to run away from those tornadoes. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you want to know more about this mode, take a look at this video right here. Thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.